Hello and welcome back to Crypto Novus News, where we bring you the top news stories of the day in the world of crypto. And today and yesterday, Bitcoin and Cardano have been in the news. As we can see from the headlines, FD7 Ventures, an investment fund in Dubai, is looking to sell quite a bit of its BTC and replace it with Cardano and Polkadot. So we will take a closer look at that later on in this video. But first, I want to give a shout out to Faith Finance. Live faithfully today, live abundantly tomorrow. Faith Finance helps you manage your personal finances using biblical principles and can be found at faithfinance.org. Okay, so we all know about the retracement that occurred Monday and Tuesday of this week, and we all have been watching it, myself included. And I wanted to take a look at and compare how Bitcoin is doing in comparison to a couple of different altcoins, Cardano being one of them. And as the title of the video indicates, Cardano is making what is known as a V-shaped recovery. So let's just dive in and take a little deeper look at to what happened. So at the beginning of February, Bitcoin was sitting just below 34,000. It peaked all the way up to 58,000. You can see from the price charts that when it dropped on the 22nd and 23rd, it wicked down all the way to around 44,500. And it did try to recover on the 25th. It came back up to 52,000, but it went back down to to 44,000, and it's hovering right now at about 47,000. You can kind of see from the blue line, which is the 20 EMA, that on its way up, it was, closely hugging the 20 EMA, coming back as it was climbing up, coming back down, testing support on that line. Well, when the drop happened, obviously it passed that. It came up to try to penetrate it, but it only wicked at the 52. Once it touched the EMA, it came all the way back down. Interestingly enough, Bitcoin came down to the Fibonacci level of a 0.618. That's kind of where it's wicked, and it's right now hovering in between the 0.5 and the 0.382. So now looking at Ethereum took a serious hit. So it started basically at the 1st of February, a little over around $1,325. It climbed all the way up to $2,041, and then when the retracement happened on the 22nd and 23rd, it just like shot down like a rocket dropping out of the sky, and it came all the way back down to 1356, which was almost where it started. Now that's where it wicked, and so it passed the 0.786 level on the Fibonacci chart, and it's kind of just hovering right around there now. It's in between the 0.786 and the 0.618. And so, like with Bitcoin, it was pretty much following the 20 EMA line as it was climbing up. It obviously passed it on its way down. It came back up to it to try to get through it, but it only wicked to it. It didn't really come up with solid numbers to the 20 EMA, and then it fell back down really strongly. Bitcoin, its retraction was about 24%. The retraction for Ethereum was closer to 33%. So let's take a look at ADA and see what ADA has done. ADA has a much more impressive chart. And you can see I use the Fibonacci candlesticks, you can see that the recovery for Cardano is really kind of V-shaped. So just like to take a look at the numbers. When in February, at the beginning of the month, it started around 35 cents. And it too followed the 20 EMA on its way up. It got as high as $1.19, which is very close to, $1.33 was its all-time high back in 2018. So it is really trying to get back to its all-time high. Well, like everybody else, prior to the 22nd, so on the 22nd, it wicked down to 75 cents, which is a fall of about 36%, if I'm not mistaken. It came back up extremely quickly. And notice it just wicked down there. It really, well, and that level of 75 cents is only the Fibonacci level, only 0.5. It really, on the solid candlesticks, it was above the 0.382 level. And so when it came down to 75 cents, it clearly came back up to around $1.09, fell again, but the 0.382 was like a level of support. You can see the candlestick wicks, that it would wick past the 90-cent level, but it was really kind of hovering closer to around 92, 93 cents. Came back up, got past the 20 EMA, and came all the way back up to $1.17. It kind of retraced, and that was yesterday. It wicked in between yesterday and now. It wicked down to about $1, and now it's recovered back to $1.17, $1.18 if you look at the numbers. And I think the real reason why that is the case is the following. So this FD7's a venture capital or investment fund in Dubai has about $1 billion in Bitcoin under management. And it is looking at selling about 75% of that to buy Cardano and to buy Polkadot. So let's kind of take a look at the details of what's being said here. So I'm just going to simply read these 3 paragraphs to give us an idea of kind of what's happening. And I think this is really significant for the Cardano community. So as I mentioned, FD7 Ventures, they did a press release yesterday, said that it plans to unload $750 million worth of Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin over the next 30 days to buy Cardano and to buy Polkadot. And the move reportedly is the move will reportedly be better served the needs of the FD7 investors. So they're looking for a better asset to purchase. Now you got to think about that. In their opinion, selling Bitcoin and buying Cardano and buying Polkadot is going to give them better returns in the long run than Bitcoin will. You know, FD7 Ventures is sitting on $1 billion in Bitcoin under management, which means the fund is swapping 75% of its current assets. Instead, the fund is betting on the future of ADA and DOT, which have a combined market cap of $65 billion, where Bitcoin has a market cap of about $1 trillion. This is exciting news for Cardano and Polkadot both. And I think that it says a lot for those 2 projects. The excitement around the 2 tokens was apparent in the crypto sphere over the last few days. Polkadot price hit an all-time high peak earlier this week instead of its upcoming parachain auctions, which will allow the network to connect with either established blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I think this is exciting news for both of these projects. We can quickly take a look at Polkadot and see what it had done in terms of its recovery. And quite frankly, it's not quite as good as Cardano. It's falling kind of along the same lines as both Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I just hope this quick news, this went a little bit longer than I thought, but I think it's really helpful for those that are really interested in Cardano and wanting to see how it's progressing. I think Cardano is a wonderful project. This kind of recovery that we're looking here in the chart is just really exciting. And quite frankly, I think we're going to see probably in the next week or so a penetration past the $1.20 mark as it progresses towards $1.33. So you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.